technology using computers in their organization in order to streamline the process. Many of the changes now require the use of the internet, intranets, and application programs as mentioned in Chapter 3. Moreover, it is possible that CAD officials might worry about any mismatch of their ability and work because some of them might not be assigned to jobs they have the ability to do. Surprisingly to this researcher, work stress resulting from an insufficient number of computers, out-of-date computers, rapid implementation of change, and financial worries did not appear to have much impact on officials in Bangkok at CAD. It is possible that CAD officials in Bangkok have received a sufficient number of good computers and have been informed about public sector reform. According to Budgeting Section 2004, it was reported that new computers were bought, 14 computers in that year. In addition, CAD 2004D revealed that in April of that year, salaries were increased at 2 levels for civil service grades 1 to 7. Stress management. Some CAD officials suggested areas which need improvement to reduce stress by making recommendations in the questionnaire. Some of these areas are high workloads, a lack of specific knowledge skills, insufficient facilities, and so on. Therefore, it is possible that the CAD did not prepare sufficiently for the management of stress affecting CAD officials. According to Office of the Secretary 2005, many CAD officials requested health knowledge and checks after CAD provided for some of them in 2004, October. From the work of Robbins 2003 and Hellriegel, Slocum, and Woodman 2000, which concerns approaches to managing stress, it can be determined that the CAD has not offered enough training to its CAD officials about techniques needed for stress management, such as individual approaches for good time management, relaxation training, philosophy of life, or ways to balance work and personal life. If those problems could be solved, it might be useful for future research to focus on details about the consequences of right-sizing using different dimensions for government officials such as performance and satisfaction. The study was concluded in these followings. Examined stress level of CAD officials. The majority of CAD officials have only slightly increased levels of stress. This finding is based on the self-opinions of CAD officials that stress after right-sizing was the same or similar to levels of stress felt by them before right-sizing. This meant that although there is no government plans to prevent stress, CAD officials were not much affected by right-sizing, with only slightly increased stress levels of CAD officials. This is a positive reflection for the performance of organization. Differences in the level of changes of stress among groups of CAD officials. There was very little difference in the level of stress of CAD officials among different groups in terms of gender, age, education level, civil service grade, position in administration and function, except marital status, which is slightly different. The possible reason is that government imposed the reduction. Workforce reform to CAD officials equally. However, married officials might worry more because they have someone to look after. Relationship between work stress and change of stress of CAD officials. The main factors which moderately impacted changes in stress levels for CAD officials were the reduction of the numbers CAD officials in the workforce, job insecurity, changes in the work environment, unfairness of evaluation.